Hi everybody, good evening. Welcome to Dr. Ram's Medical Coding Academy and thanks for the subscribers who are watching right now. So good day to all of you. So today let's talk about and let's shed some light about this medical coding placements. Okay. And if you have any queries, hi Abraham, hello. And if you have any queries, you can just post in your comments so that I can better elucidate and explain about this job placement in this medical coding. Hi Abram, I think you are the very first subscriber who's right now watching here. Hi Sangamitra, nice to see you. Okay, so when we talk about this coding job placements, many students, it's not just students, there are many doctors, to be very frank. There are doctors, there are nurses, there are PhD holders who are actually, they want this guidance about this medical coding. I'm so fascinated sometimes. A doctor she's actually a pediatrician and she wants to, have a placement in this medical coding industry. She is already working in a government hospital. It shows a passion to join this profession. Because gone are the days, where it's like we were not given this, knowledge about the various healthcare processes that we all have. But now, with this onset of this YouTube, WhatsApp, and all these social media, we are now able to get connected with all of these, new industries. So what is happening is like people from all walks of life are also looking for this medical coding, and at the same time, people who are already in this healthcare profession also want to know about this coding. Here, this particular doctor, she is so fascinated that she wants to do this coding per se. I already there working in a hospital, but still I want to do this coding. Okay, that really shows a passion and this love of knowledge, which we say is a philosophy, right? Okay. So what we can do is like, people, especially when government doctors and government professionals, you will not believe yesterday there was one lady from Tamil Nadu government department was calling me, I want to join medical coding. I was, curious, why do you guys want to join this field? Because they think like this profession has the scope of expanding, it can grow beyond these leaps and bounds. So for those people, what I would say is like, coding can be taken as part-time. Yes, absolutely. We can take it as part-time. But at the same time, you are already involved in an activity or in a government profession. Okay. So we need to, figure out if there would be any problem with your income tax. Hi, Tony. So if there is any, problem with your income tax problems and all that. So once that is sorted out, yes, if you really want to do this coding, you can. Because you already have this knowledge about this profession and you are already working as a clinician and you are already working as like a staff in this healthcare industry. So you can very well join this field of coding because coding is towards the clinical side of this medicine. Now coming to this job placement, so when people like government staff want to learn about this medical coding, my suggestion would be like, first what you can do is like, you need to first inquire with the companies that are there around you. If there are any companies there around you, what you can do is like, you need to inquire if that particular company can provide you a part-time job. Or you need to really express your sense of passion and your commitment towards this industry and tell them I really want to work as a coder. So if this company management is okay, because not because it is very difficult to find really like doctors and more experienced nurses to be in the profession, and this would be a great advantage for the people who are running the company actually. So it is experience that you check out first. And you can also ask these people, are you in a position to offer us any kind of this medical coding jobs? Hi, Mercy Susanna. Hello, hi. So what happens is first inquire with the people or the company where you want to really want to get a job placement. Maybe this can be within your vicinity, it can be within your neighboring area or within the place where you are residing or where you are practicing. First thing would be that. If that problem is solved, then you can very well join this profession. So first thing is like, please look out for these companies that offer. And when we are going to look for companies that offer, you need to know about the companies. We have actually like three sets of companies. So one would be like, healthcare solutions. These are kind of ITES companies. In the sense like IT enabled sources or IT enabled services. Medical coding is an ITES. So your various companies, you can really ask them, and those would be having like employees and their staff in thousands. So they are bigger companies. So you can reach out to them. Or what you can do is like you can reach out to smaller companies. We have various medical billing companies actually. Okay, we have these medical billing companies, and you can anytime make a call to them or even personally make a visit to such companies. Third thing is like, so the name would be like RCM. This is revenue cycle management. So you can also see various companies with the tag as RCM, which is revenue cycle management. You can very well personally approach those companies and call them, if they can provide you a part-time placement. Okay, before you go and seek an employment or a job opportunity in an RCM company or in a healthcare company or in medical billing companies, what is needed is you need to certainly undergo this entry-level training in medical coding. Because, hi Charles, hi. Let me just go through this comment which Charles Isaac has posted. Hi sir, myself Charles, and I'm from arts background and I'm learning medical coding, but they are not taking the arts background person. So is that medical coding is only for science? Hi Charles, but definitely that's not the case, because if you see my last video, last online video live session that I posted, we were definitely in need of people who have completed their entry-level training. So if you have suddenly completed this medical coding training, please reach out to us, because there was one particular company which was asking us actually. They were asking us for trained coders. It's not purely for people from this arts or non-science students. It's not like that. See, what happens is it is a profession in medicine. So if you are a guy from a science background, it will be easy, little easy for you. We have so many people from mathematics, so many people from literature background. They are all still working as very good coders. What happens is during the time when we are imparting this education, coding education, some students, if they're from engineering or from history, they find it really difficult and they might skip during the training. So what the companies expect is, at least if the person is from a science or a paramedical or a life science background, they feel that it would be good. But again, there is no restriction. Anybody can join this profession. There is no restriction for anybody else, Charles. You can very well join the profession, but we need to know, see, what happens is this is the right time, because this is the right time where you can join. What happens after 2 or 3 months, there will be really like, many students will be coming out of their colleges. Exams are around the corner and students will be coming out. So in that case, you cannot, they'll be surely looking out for people with a science or a paramedical base. So if you are Charles, if you are really, trained, and if you are really learned these basics of this, anatomy, physiology, pathology, and if you are strong enough with this coding guidelines, please keep us posted. Maybe we can try help you out. But thing is, since you are from an arts or a non-science background, you really need to learn the lessons properly. You need to really be very thorough with this coding concepts, and certainly you can carve a niche. It's not just restricted to arts people. Because computers, see, you will not believe, just 2 days back, one of our students, she was a computer science graduate. She was selected in global healthcare company in Belichick. So, and like last week, 2 other people, one was from a commerce and the other guy was also from a BCom background. They were also being posted as medical coders. So don't worry, if you really have this, that intention to join this medical profession, you are welcome and you don't have to worry about that. Hi Praveen Kumar, I know who's his mother. I'm sorry, I can't see who's his mother is. Hi Praveen Kumar. Okay, we were talking about this placements, right? So next thing, what happens once you finish this training, entry level training, many students would ask us, sir, let us know, thank you Charles. So they would ask us which company, where should we join? See, I'll tell you, the first thing is, if you have this luxury of having options, say you finish this entry level training from any institute and you have got this offer letter, you went to like two different companies and you were selected and you were given this offer letter from two different companies. One company has a CPT project and the other company has a diagnosis project. So my advice would be to take the CPT project, because what happens is coding, as you know, it is as an ocean, it is as deep as an ocean. So if you learn this difficult and more complex subjects in the initial years of your profession, so this would really help you tremendously in acquiring these various knowledge and skill sets that are needed for this profession. Okay, but again, on the other side, on the contrary, I would also tell them, if you get a job, it's fine, that's absolutely fine. You can, join this industry. Without any hesitation, you can join this industry. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So whether if you are going to get a job in a, say like sometimes you will have like HCC coding, right? There are several companies that are offering HCC coding, which is hierarchical condition coding, right? So that is going to be purely based on this diagnosis coding. You also have a lucrative salary with all that and all other amenities and all that facilities that you have along with that. Yes, take up any coding, that's absolutely fine, because it's just that you need to find an entry into this profession. Okay, you need to find an entry into this field first. Once you enter, and then what you need to do is like your next step, please understand, undergo this probationary period or whatever the training that they give. Because what as medical coding academies and training institutes that we give is just a basic level of training about anatomy, physiology, pathology, medical terminology, and then about little bit about these coding manuals. But then you are entering into this arena of healthcare where you will be taught about this regulation. There are like HIPAA. Definitely you will be given these various guidelines, what are the rules and laws about American health industry, which is Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, all those protecting this patient's information. So many information will be given to you all during this induction or during this probation period. So once that is all over, then you will be again might be given a client specific or the coding specific training. So it's like, so there is always a steep learning curve. It's not just because you finish advanced training, it's all over. That's not the case, okay? You really have to learn many more things also. So at that time, there is always a steep learning curve, especially with medical coding. So the moment you join, then what you need to do is like, you really need to start preparing for the next level of certification, okay? So if you just see, okay, let's see, one more subscriber has given a comment. Where can you find opening for medical coding fresher? Yes, see now there are companies like we have this opening in AGS that is going on, plus Access Healthcare, you please visit, because like just a month back we had, they were asking for so many coders, and I think Episodes is also hiring. Episodes, you have it in Kandanjavadi. I think this recruitment is still going on there. And smaller companies like there are companies, medical billing companies like Global Healthcare and Visionary RCM, and there are several smaller companies also. See, what happens is most of us are aware of only the larger players, but you also need to look into the smaller key players also. There are so many medical billing companies that need people that we are not at all aware of. What you can do is like, please update your Naukri. Okay. Hi Rajesh, nice bro, bye. Hi, nice. Okay, so please update your Naukri. You really have to update all your employment portals. Please update all your relevant information. Definitely you can be called by or beckoned by any HR personnel. Okay, so please update all those employment portals. And currently Episodes is going on, Visionary RCM, and Omega Healthcare. I think forever we'll be having openings in all those companies. Like, I don't know if Juba or Pero Systems. And plus one more thing, Soundarya, what you can do is, you can also go to this DLF. When you go to DLF, there are several companies like NTT Data, which was previously Dell, Pero and all that. and there are Trador Technologies. There are so many other players as well. You can certainly reach out to them. See, one thing I tell you, please don't be idle. Just because you finish your entry level training, you just can't sit idle. Because what happens is, I'll tell you, your education, or what happens, it is so volatile. You are learning all this technical information, right? Since you're learning all this technical information, it is so volatile, you tend to forget these things, and constantly this needs to be revised. Parts of the body, parts of the digestive system, or parts of this respiratory system or cardiovascular system, anything is going to be so volatile, those abbreviations. So constantly you need to prepare. So along with the heat, you need to look out for jobs. And don't worry, it is good that you also go for. Okay, so what happens is, now Soundarya, we actually have a contract with the company, okay, so where they are taking our coders, okay, so they are giving preference for our coders first. So you can very well, if you are certified, please keep us posted. Maybe again I can try helping you out, because last week they were asking for people. I don't know if they have closed this option now, because they will absorb people, absorb all these coders, and then internally they provide the training. So only when they get a sizable amount of coders, they will start the training. So now the training would go for like 1.5 months. So you can please send your resume to Dr. Ram's Coding Academy. So maybe definitely if there is an opening, we'll certainly keep you posted. Okay? But at the same time, you will be asked to write a written test, plus it's like again face-to-face interview. They are testing you on all the coding guidelines. And one thing I also learned is like you'll be given the fill in the blanks. Not even just choose the correct answer. So you will have to select the codes. If you are really confident, again, please don't understand. So it's all over. No, it's not like that. Try as many companies as possible. Every company will give you an experience. It is certainly going to give you an experience, and certainly you will never forget that experience. I still remember the questions that were asked me when I joined as a fresher. I was interviewed by this past president of this AAPC Chennai chapter, and I still remember the questions that were posed to me, like what are the cranial nerves? Can you say the cranial nerves in order? And what do you mean by sphincters? I also remember where I made a mistake, like volvulus. What a volvulus is, and which is the most deadliest cancer, like sarcoma, right? So things like that. So every company is going to give you an experience, so please don't be fed up. Attend as much as possible. That's absolutely okay. Maybe that wasn't your day, that wasn't a day of yours. That's okay. You can, certainly look out for certain new other companies, and maybe in the new company you might have very good benefits, right? So it's all, just be prepared. And it's just like going for a war. You really have to sharpen all your tools and equipments. Just sharpen all your tools and equipments. Take your time. Absolutely go anytime you can be placed. Killer or gaming high tech. Okay, someone has given this comment, that's fine. Okay, so this is what we talk about all these. Okay, so what happens is some people may not like this. It's like because we are offering this training via this YouTube, as a free session. So what is happening is there are some people who really don't want to spread this knowledge of education. It's like we have a good purpose. The real purpose is to help people to get their jobs, okay? But because you have so much of openings here and so much of educated people here, so that definitely helps us. Okay, so what you can do is so Soundarya and Charles, if you have any of your resume and you really are being thorough in all your tasks, so what you can do is just send your resume to Dr. Ram's Coding Academy. We will certainly go through all of those, and if everything else is perfect, we can just send you to this company for your interview and all that process. And if you're really good at it, you'll certainly be selected. So this recruitment process goes around the entire, round the clock. It's like in the sense like round the year it goes up, so you don't have to worry. And before this next batch of students that are going to join from this academic year, you really need to get joined into this. Okay. Okay, for this job placements, you are talking about this. So either IC10 or CPT, that's absolutely fine. You can join anything and join the company which has a CPT coding, because that is really going to be very helpful. Because in the initial days, if you learn all these concepts, so what happens is that's absolutely going to be helpful for you all. Next, coming to this, we talked about, so you need to figure out and call out these companies, right? Whether it is RCM companies or whether, and Charles has put like, I'm working in medical billing in Omega, so is there any possibility to work as a coder? Okay, Charles, what you do, I'm really going to another video exclusively for medical billers. For medical billers, we are going to post a video exclusively because what happens is many medical billers are going to, looking out for medical coding. So we have an exclusive video for that, and definitely we'll be posting that within this 2 or 3 days. So please, you can, if you, I think you have already subscribed, so suddenly you'll be getting that indication or notification. So you can please listen to that. And currently there are also many medical billers also who are taking this training, and there are many medical billers like even AR managers have taken the training from Dr. Ram's Academy. Okay, so what happens is you need to get again a certificate. I'll guide you over for these medical billers exclusively, so you don't have to worry. Dr. X Jana, US Poga, what are skill sets need, sir? I am fresher coder D form. Okay. See, it's not just for US, for any abroad jobs, whether you want to go to United Arab Emirates or to Europe, what are the skill sets needed is, from the Western countries perspective, what is needed is, we need to acquire a certification first. We need to have the CPC examination or just CCS or any other national accreditation certification is needed first. And another thing I would tell you is like, since CPC has become this commonplace certification of the norms of the current society, because everywhere you find, everybody is now certified. So at least you can have, one more extra, right? If you have more extra, you can certainly you be a better competitor. So here to work in US, D Pharm, that's absolutely fine. D Pharmers, many B Pharm graduates and M Pharm graduates are all there in this industry. So there is no restriction for pharmacy students. But what is needed is, so I'm also going to talk about is abroad jobs. For abroad jobs, what happens, how it operates is, see, when you go to US, there will be so much of remote jobs that are available. There are so many companies. There is something called Indeed.com. You just go and register in that Indeed.com. You will get so much of remote coding opportunity. And one such girl who was there in US, actually when she came to India, she took the training from us. Now, there are two ways which can work. Because if you are a fresher, what happens is that the hospital where you are going to work, because in US when you go and work, you'll be working for the hospitals. The hospitals might take you and provide you the training. Or secondly, in what way it operates is like, they might take only experienced coders. So please ensure you have this adequate experience here. It is highly advisable to work in some companies which really provide you that experience, and you also need to have your CPC-A removed. For that, you need at least 2 years experience, right? Otherwise, you'll be considered as an apprentice, a coder who is not having coding relevant experience actually. Because to be a CPC, you need to have at least 2 years of experience. So once you accomplish that, and if you are going to settle down there in US for at least for a period of time, there are so many remote coding jobs available. But before that, you really need to learn so many things, because you are going to work single-handedly and manage these accounts. Okay? So yes. So you need to be certified. That is the most important and the minimum requirement to seek jobs outside. And if you are going to like United Arab Emirates, how it operates is, you can ask for your friends through referrals. Again, what you should do is, like I also spoke to a HR of a company. Some companies are asking for your address actually. They are asking for a local communication. So if you have your friends who are there, because only when you have a local contact number, they can contact you. And another thing which you should understand is, though they are also doing this, even in United Arab Emirates, though they are also doing this, this ICD-10 or CPD coding, but what happens, the insurance has different rules actually. It's not the same way as US healthcare is operating. So the people who are there actually are asking for the Dubai experience or the United Arab experience. So you need to figure it out that. So first thing is, see if you have any of your friends, or otherwise what you need to do is, like if you are really willing to explore and take risks, you can go there stay in a place where people from Indians or our community are there, and then you can go for various interviews to various companies, and then there are high chances that you'll be selected. So my advice would be like, look out for any referral, because once you come to this coding community, somehow you will get a contact about some of your coders from your state, from your place might be working through various LinkedIn and all that, and definitely you can acquire it. Okay, okay. So I think with this session, I think I would have elucidated something, you would have understood something. Okay. So yeah, thank you for all the participants here, and thanks for your wonderful comments. So let's see in our next session. And again, please keep watching our videos. We'll be posting our videos very frequently, and this is going to be there in both English, Hindi, and Tamil. Okay. So it is better you please watch all of them, and you please ask your friends to subscribe. So we'll be imparting this education without any hesitation, and we leave no stone unturned in imparting this education of coding. Okay, and you can call us if you have any queries or if you have any questions, because we'll be posting all our contact details, WhatsApp number, everything will be available there. You can contact us anytime, and I also let you know that we are also providing this online and classroom training. So we have both days and weekend batches. So during the weekdays, our classroom sessions are from 2 to 5 p.m. Okay. Jai Maheshwaran. Hello Ram, you are doing a great. It benefited my hearty wishes. Hi Jai. This Jai Maheshwaran, he was my very close associate, and he was a very close associate guy who's working in this entity data, working in this company in you. Okay, you can please make a note of my number. It is 80560 85596. Okay, 80560 85596. You can also message me via WhatsApp, and our email address is drramscodingacademy@gmail.com. You can just try sending a resume. Maybe we can certainly try helping you out. Okay. So drramscodingacademy@gmail.com. Okay, I hope this will be helpful. So you can, please share this to your friends. It's like be it any graduation, that's absolutely fine. Monday to Friday, our classes are both online and classroom sessions, 2 to 5 p.m. And this goes for 1.5 months time. And we'll be couriering all these medical coding manuals and a certificate to them. Okay, without fail. Okay, Mercy Susanna, sir, is there any opportunity to go US or Gulf countries in medical coding? I have 3 months of experience in ambulance coding. I am planning to do CPC. Tell me your insights regarding this. Okay. Okay, Mercy Susanna, that's good. Ambulance coding, there are two things. Are you doing this ambulance coding or ambulatory coding? There is a difference. Okay. Because ambulatory surgical coding is different from ambulance coding. So if you are doing this ambulance coding, if it's really an ambulance coding, that's something very special, because not many people know about this ambulance coding. Okay, ambulance billing only we have been doing in some companies. Ambulance coding is really complicated. Okay, so that's good. You are there in a very difficult process which is not seen elsewhere. And this 3 months, yes, as said earlier, 3 months of experience is good, but you need to be certified. And again, if you are going to get settled, maybe due to your spouse, occupation or something, you really need to be certified, because Americans or any Western country people definitely expect you to be a professional. See, here in India, we can work as a non-certified coder, right? But later on, if you need your hike, your salary improvement and all that, you need to be certified. Okay, so you really have to finish this basic examination, and then as I told you, you can register in various websites like Indeed. There are huge opportunities for medical coders in US. There's really a dearth of qualified and knowledge medical coders. So please please contact the hospitals nearby. You can ask them what are the specialties that they have, and accordingly you can prepare yourself. Okay. And another thing is like, please watch our next video where we'll be talking about the specialties in coding. Because many doubts these coders have, especially people who are there in different continents, people who are settled in America are also calling us and seeking how to pass and all that. So again, we are going to have an exclusive video for that also. So kindly watch those as well. Okay, dear friends. So if you all have any queries or any comments, you're always welcome, and please post your questions or comments in the comment section. We'll be very proactive in responding to all your comments. And contact details are 80560 and if it's a Gmail, if you want to email us, it's drramscodingacademy@gmail.com. Okay, so we'll continue to have more and more such interesting sessions where you can post your queries. Let me share my inputs. Thank you very much for watching today. So we'll see you in the next class. Take care till then.